This is a big one.
Oh.
You better get this one right or people are going to get mad.
Now you're going to get so mad. What if I hate it?
Oh, boy. We're going to see quite a comment come through.
They're going to get mad because I keep calling it by the wrong name.
That's, yeah. You do it on purpose.
Sometimes. But sometimes I'm just
not.
like, yeah, you know that song. It's Cruise to the Edge. It's based off. No?
It's Close to the Edge.
I know.
Not Cruise to the Edge. I know you're excited about our cruise.
I honestly have never heard the song before, so I wouldn't even like the only thing I know is Cruise to the Edge.
That's fair.
So
that makes sense. Maybe this will help make you more accustomed to the Close to the Edge.
I'll listen to it and then I'll be like, Close to the Edge forever.
Yes.
18 minutes, 43 seconds. You've listened to it 11 times.
I feel like these counts are grossly underestimating my listening.
That's the joke.
Okay. I'm in on it. Hello everybody and welcome to Nathan on Shuffle and to our latest episode of Prog Song Sunday. I've got Jana with me.
Hi.
And we have a very special episode today. We're usually shuffling into songs, and there's songs that Jana doesn't know because she's not really an established prog fan. But she's learning, and she's listened to quite a bit of prog music now on our show. But today we're actually choosing a song instead of just shuffling into it. We're choosing the song Close to the Edge by Yes, which has kind of been a big bucket list.
I wrote Cruise to the Edge on my notes.
Oh, man. You can't even get your notes right.
Sorry. Close.
It's close to the edge, hun.
Close to the edge.
We've been preparing for our upcoming Cruise to the Edge, so I think that's really on your mind. Yeah. But yeah, this has been a big epic that I've been hoping to cover, and we haven't shuffled into it yet, but I thought as we start Yes Month on the channel, and we get ready for our upcoming Cruise to the Edge, that it made a lot of sense to do Close to the Edge. So I think this should be a lot of fun to get into. One of the biggest, best prog epics that's ever been made, I think.
I do love Yes. Yes is
consistently
like one of my favorite old-timey prog
classic
bands. Classic, that's
bands.
the word.
Yeah.
Classic prog bands.
Uh-huh.
It's been my favorite. So
yeah, so that bodes well. I think it's good to get your feet under you for some of the other pieces we've done before diving into their big epic here, but we'll see how it goes.
I'm nervous.
I don't want to spoil the experience, so
all right.
Hopefully you enjoy it.
18 minutes, 43 seconds.
Yep. Strap in for
it.
the ride. All right, Close to the Edge.
Close to the Edge.
Yes.
I'm ready.
All right, let's jump in. Dive in.
Dive, because it's a cruise.
I get it.
Sounds like a cruise to me.
still cannot change. How many mysteries do we deceive each day? I get up, I get down, I get up, I get down. In charge of who is there, in charge of me? Do I look on blindly and say I see the way? The truth is written all along the page. How old will I be before I come of age for you? I get up, I get down, I get up, I get down, I get up, I get down.
That is water, right? Water. Mm-hmm. So it is a cruise.
There you go.
Wow.
A big epic. What do you think? There's a lot to unpack, probably.
There's a lot to unpack in that. I don't know how I feel about it.
Oh, yeah? Uh-oh. Controversial opinion?
Probably not. I'm just thinking, I don't know what I expected. And I think that because, it's like this great epic. I don't know what I expected.
The build-up's too much.
So it kind of surprised me.
The expectations were too high, maybe?
Yeah, I think it surprised me that I wasn't really enjoying all that much at the beginning. Mm-hmm. So the first section, which is just my taste of what I like, doesn't mean it's not great music. So calm down. It was a lot of instruments playing at the same time, and sometimes to me that sounds just noisy, and so what I do when that happens is that I dial into it and just try and listen to the bass to kind of like lock myself into the music, so that way I can like not get lost in what I consider like the noisiness of it.
But I think that's kind of the point of it. Like, I think it's meant to be kind of noisy and chaotic purposefully.
That's why
that's how it opens, is with that kind of sound in mind. I think, I would guess not many people are like, oh, this is like my most pleasant thing to listen to, but when it fits in with the whole piece, I think it works.
I agree, and that's kind of how I saw my journey listening to this. Like, that's how it was ending up. So it was because it had that first section. To me, there were like three major sections. It was like the first section, which was the noisy, the chaotic noise,
noisy stuff.
That's probably not the right word to use. I get it. And then the second part was like this softer, enjoyable organ, like their killer, or I wrote organ with an exclamation point. So I loved that. That was so good, and it was calming, it was dramatic, it was like a real like respite from the first part of it.
Right.
And then the third part was kind of a mix, I think, between the two, where it put them both back together, where it had the lyrics from the beginning, like the whole close to the edge part, like that chorus part of it, in like a more palatable sound. So the whole journey, like by the end, I was really feeling like the emotion of it, and like feeling like I have been on a journey with this song, and I wasn't sure I was gonna like it at the beginning, and then I got like into the middle part, and I was like, oh, I'm feeling a lot more relaxed here. And I feel like my anxiety it wasn't really anxiety, but like, it was just like, okay, I'm calming down from like the noise from the first part and into the second part, and then in the third part, it was just like this cool rock part, and I really enjoyed it. So, I wrote the third part is full prog. So
I like it.
And it felt more of like that traditional proggy sound to me,
right?
Which I am coming to enjoy a lot.
Okay, I like that.
So before, when we started this journey, it probably wasn't always my favorite type of sound, but now
you're getting used to it.
Yeah, I'm not only just getting used to it, but also enjoying it. And so I was really enjoying it at the end, and I was feeling like the build-up and the emotions, and like it's bringing back the lyrics from the first part, and so it was quite the journey. Like, it takes you right up to the edge. Oh, and then I
think that's right.
I don't think that I have anything else like that I wrote down that I to talk about, but but yeah, it was quite the journey, and it was really, really neat. How it goes from this part at the beginning, which the one thing I did remember, the bass, how I tune into the bass line, into the bass, right? Yeah. And usually the guitar is doing something different.
Else on top, yeah.
There was a moment where the bass and the guitar were playing the same thing, just octaves apart.
Oh, cool.
And they were just playing in sync with one another, and I was like, That's kind of cool.
You like that?
Yeah, I like that. I mean, there was still lots of other
things
going on as well, but that was really cool. And it didn't last long. It was only, a line or two. And so, and then it went on to being separate again. And then it was it was all that whole part. It was kind of cool. It was just a little like nugget in there that I heard. And okay, all right, you talk.
Yeah. Well, I think this is one of the best pieces of music ever made, to be honest. I know.
That's all, I can't whistle. I can't do it.
But I've always been in love with this because I think you kind of described it really well, that like it takes you through the whole gamut of like the chaos and craziness and kind of almost this anxiety kind of feeling.
Yeah.
All the way to like the most pure, calming, like almost meditative music, like in the middle of it. Like it's really peaceful and serene. And just to hear the juxtaposition of those two things and how they can, within one piece of music, like take you on that journey from one extreme almost to the other. And then, like you said, kind of marry the two perfectly together.
Yes,
towards the end is just like magical to me. And that's the beauty of what like progressive rock can do, because there's so much freedom to be able to have longer pieces, to be able to have extra instruments, and to diversify different styles throughout the piece. Like, gives you a lot of creative freedom to create a piece that can take you on such a journey. And that's what I appreciate about this genre of music, in fact. And it's just so cool how they're able to construct this piece that way, and how everyone's like playing so perfectly and working off of each other. And I love the bass lines, as you mentioned, like listening that this kind of revolutionized how I viewed the bass in music. I think Chris Squire's bass line throughout the piece is just so dynamic and such an important forward part of the sound. Like before, I thought, when I just liked kind of standard rock music, that bass was just kind of a background instrument that was part of like backing up with the drums or something. But in Yes music, it's like a featured instrument that's one of the most important primary instruments to their sound. So
that's probably why I like them
it's
so much. It's
cool to like dial into that bass line and to hear it as like a lead instrument in a lot of ways. And the whole section out of like the serene, peaceful, I get up, I get down part.
Yeah.
That does, like you mentioned, the big majestic organ and how it just plays this expert solo and brings you to the peak of this like magical moment.
It fits in so well. Like it was this serene part, and then this really loud organ comes in, and you'd think like something like that would be like so out of
like
place,
jarring,
but it just
it
fits
works
so well into it.
Yeah.
And that's why I wrote down dramatic, because it was like, oh, it just added this extra dramatic thing, and like, oh my goodness, I love it.
It's just this perfect encapsulation of like majesty and beauty and just all coming to a head, and then it like ramps up and back into like the main kind of driving part of the main part of the song and brings it all home together. So just a great construction of an epic. And like we were kind of talking about with the camera eye of Rush, I think it all works as a singular piece. Like, it doesn't feel piecemealed together of like, well, this could have been, I mean, you mentioned there's different sections, but I feel like they go from one to the next expertly well, and they need each other to work together. You couldn't just pull out that middle section and listen to it alone and say, oh, this is, it'd be a pleasant song, but I think it works when it's juxtaposed with what comes before and after it. Like,
I agree
that's
with
what makes it that much more peaceful, serene, and calm, that it comes after this chaotic, more rocking section. It's like the respite from that, like, more intensity.
Yeah,
and I think
you need all the parts.
You need the balance to make it all work as one piece together. So, I don't know. I'm probably, like, going way too much on that, but...
No, it's good.
Yeah, it's an expert piece of music. Many people would cite this as, like, the pinnacle of progressive rock, like, one of the most important pieces of music. So I wanted to do it a little justice as I talk about it, I guess.
I like it.
But yeah, it's not, like I said at the beginning, it's not a great one, I think, to start with Yes with, because it's more of the like advanced course. Like once you get your feet under you with some of the more like shorter Yes songs, this one is one that you want to wait for until you've gotten that foundation.
This would not be part of the beginner's guide.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
or like in your beginner's guide to Rush, it needs to be like, don't listen to this first.
Yeah.
So I feel like my love affair with Yes is, it started with Roundabout. Like that was the very first song that we ever listened to together on the channel.
Sure.
And it like began there, and I feel like that was the perfect song to introduce me into Yes.
Right.
And so from then it's like they've had all these other songs that I've really gotten used to their style. And to me this seemed a little like there were parts of it that didn't fit in with what I knew, with what I know of Yes. And so but there were bits and pieces of it, like whole sections of it that did. And so it was like, it was a different type of song. And I think if I had listened to this first, I would have been totally intimidated by Yes.
That's fair.
So
I think the tracks on side 2 are a bit more like what you'd expect from classic Yes.
Have I heard any of them?
Well, we've heard And You and I.
Okay.
It's been a long time. Wouldn't be surprised if you don't remember that.
Is that the romantic one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no.
No?
I mean, there was one we did on like our anniversary or something like that.
Oh, okay.
That's not that one. But, it's a little bit more romantic than some of their other pieces, so.
Okay.
But yeah, we've done that one. And the only other track, there's only 2 other songs. And it's that one, And You and I, and then Siberian Khatru, which I think you'd really like too.
Okay.
Which I'm thinking maybe at the end of the month to do Siberian Khatru would be fun. So.
Well, all right.
We'll see. But yeah.
All right.
Good to go, right?
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap on
Close
to the edge, not Cruise to the Edge.
I'll still mess it up.
That's okay.
That's all right.
I'm just glad you like both Cruise to the Edge and Close to the Edge.
I like them both.
All right.
I hope that the Cruise to the Edge is just as dramatic and breathtaking and fun as Close to the Edge.
Oh,
so
I like that. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Let us know in the comments your thoughts about Close to the Edge, about Yes, about cruises, if you want. Whatever comes to your mind as you watch.
What's your favorite port?
All right.
There was port drama.
Oh, yeah. Cool. All right.
We'll save that for another time.
Yeah, we can. We're going to do a longer cruise recap. We'll probably mention that. All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you in a future episode, hopefully.
Bye.
Bye.
Enjoy the music.
Enjoy the music.